Nomad celebrates its first decade. That's our Techstination. I'm Fred Fishkin. Joining us from Nomad is Marketing Director Chuck Melber. Hi, Chuck.
Hey, Fred. It's great to be here.
Great to see you. So there's a lot to celebrate at Nomad this year. Let's start out with an overview of some of the things that make the company different with its line of accessories.
Yeah, so Nomad 10 years. It's been a wild trip. I've been with the company for 8 of those 10, and I've actually been friends with one of the 2 founders since we were kids. So I've been along for the adventure pretty much since the start. But as far as things that make Nomad unique, all of our leather accessories feature leather from the Horween Tannery in Chicago. It's one of America's oldest tanneries. They make leather for the NFL and NBA, interestingly enough. But it's a vegetable tan leather, which means it develops a really rich patina with time versus some of those highly processed leathers you see in other companies. We have a full suite of MagSafe accessories for iPhone and Apple Watch. Some really, really great looking chargers that just accentuate the awesomeness of your device, but also look great on your desk or bedside table. It's been a busy year for us. We've launched more products so far this year, I think, than we have in any other year. And we have a ton more to come for Q3 and Q4. Yeah, all in all, exciting year with a lot of really great products coming out.
And I guess if we could describe them overall, and we'll look at some images, but simple but elegant at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Really simple and clean. We tend to hide our logo versus other brands that coat their products with logos. We want to let the product speak for itself, and I think our design team has done a really good job of doing that.
And values have played a big part in this picture too. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we're officially a climate neutral certified brand, which means we offset all of our carbon from cradle to grave. So our manufacturing process, our shipping process, our office carbon emissions, travel emissions, et cetera, et cetera. We have a carbon negative initiative where people can opt to donate a couple more bucks to every one of their purchases. That'll allow us to make an even further impact on climate or carbon negativity. And then we're also part of the Blue Whales, Blue Seas program, which is a new initiative on the West Coast here, encouraging shipping to slow down a little bit along the California coast, because it's a major migratory route for whales. We're just excited to have a big environmental focus of the brand.
Terrific. Well, charging has been at the heart of the company, I think, since the founding, really. So what is new there?
Yeah, so charging, our first product was called the Charge Card. It was a credit card shaped USB cable, essentially, for the old 30-pin iPhone for way back when. And for us, it's always been about having tools for the modern nomad, so things that enable you to get out and go do what you want to do. So going from very, very simple cables back in the day all the way to where we are now, we have a line of cables that are fully wrapped in Kevlar for extreme durability. And then, of course, wireless charging is the frontier. So we've been focusing on our wireless charging categories for a few years now, and our latest line of MagSafe accessories, like I mentioned earlier, are really shining brightly.
Terrific. And of course, a lot of Apple products are still the focus of what you do there, including the Apple Watch. So tell us about some of the products you have out there for Apple Watch wearers.
Yeah, so we've been on the Apple Watch. We've been strong believers of Apple Watch ever since day one. As soon as Apple launched their first Apple Watch, we had accessories for it. We had straps, we had chargers, we had charging stations. It's a product that we see as the future of mobile technology. So we of course have a line of products that complement it. Our Apple Watch straps, I think, are second to none. We have a line of titanium bands that are impeccable and just look great. We have, of course, leather bands. We have a traditional style one with nice stitching, and we have a modern leather band. And then, of course, we have a line of sport bands that I think are really making some waves, because it's a really nice material. They look great. They have a handful of different colors available, and they've been by far some of the most popular products this year.
Phone cases, of course, are also a big market for you,
Yeah.
and you're focused primarily, I don't think exclusively sometimes, but primarily on Apple there too, right?
Yeah, correct. We're a small team, so we gotta you gotta pick and choose your battles, and we strongly believe in doing a few things really well instead of a ton of things so. So because of that, we do tend to focus on Apple iPhone cases. We have a line of course, leather cases there, and we just started releasing some plastic cases this past year that are looking really good. They're called our sport cases, and come in a handful of colors that complement our Apple Watch straps.
And focusing on that market requires, I think, a lot of flexibility reacting to new products, all the changes that take place now
Yeah.
and
We
And-
definitely keep an eye on the rumor mill.
then. And of late, you've had to deal with supply chain issues too, I assume, like everyone else.
Absolutely. Yeah. Supply chain this past year has been brutal for us. We've launched a lot of products over the summer, and originally the plan was to launch those in like Q1 of this year of 2022. But just given supply chain woes, it's been tough to get them. So we're launching a bit later than we hoped for, but it's better late than never.
But are things improving with
Yeah,
that
no,
now?
supply chain is definitely catching up with demands and needs. I foresee having a lot more products rolling out later this year. But generally speaking, no, supply chain is definitely caught up with demand, at least for us.
So a lot of additions to the Nomad family. And before we let you go, you've got some additions to your family too that we want to congratulate you on.
Thank you very much, Fred. Yeah, twin girls. They're almost 5 months. Actually, they'll be 5 months in just a couple days here on the 11th. So it's been a wild ride, and thankfully Nomad gave me some time off, so I was able to spend time with the family. But it's a lot of fun, that's for sure.
That's just wonderful. Congratulations again. And you don't look too ragged. I mean, you're getting a little bit of sleep.
I got a little bit of sleep last night, and I even shaved this morning for you.
Terrific. For the website, go to nomadgoods.com. Great products there with a great tradition. Chuck Melber, thank you for taking the time with us.
Fred, it's a pleasure as always. Thank you so much.